The Prime Minister is making a down payment on her government's big shake-up of school education. She isn't promising a cent yet, but Julia Gillard is setting out the principles that'll guide her response to the Gonski review. She says funding should be worked out for students regardless of whether they go to public or private schools. From Canberra, Eliza Borrello reports.
Hello. Hello, kids. How are you? Good. So, what's happening today?
Nothing much.
Nothing.
A helping hand, whether you're rich or poor. That's the Prime Minister's pledge on school funding. There's just nothing much in the way of detail yet.
I actually think this is a much bigger question of the relationship between citizen and nation. I believe government support for a child's education is one of the entitlements of citizenship.
The government's full response to the Gonski report is still several weeks away, but the Prime Minister's promising every independent school is in line for a funding increase.
No matter how rich or poor your parents are or where you go to school, our nation should provide a basic degree of support to your education because you are Australian.
Few are quibbling with her ideals, but the education sector, whether public or private, is impatient for details and dollars.
David Gonski made it very clear we need to act and act now. The urgency for schools funding reform has been established, and any further delay is to deny the facts and the evidence.
I think everyone remembers pink bats and school halls, and the federal government needs to get this done better.
The Prime Minister has already said no school will be worse off under Labor's full response to the Gonski review. But how much better off they'll be is the untold part of this story, especially when a tight budget makes finding an extra $5 billion for education a very tall order. Eliza Borrello, ABC News, Canberra.